EFCC drags ex-Kogi governor Yahaya Bello to court over alleged 80 billion naira fraud. Can you imagine? 80 billion. This man has been in office for 80 years. It's more than 80 billion that this man would have stolen. They just need to investigate him and check how he spent the state's money from beginning to the end of his government. And it's not just only him. If they can do this to all the governors, past governors, that would be very great, because the governors are the biggest problem that we have, apart from the other politicians at the presidency or other parts of the country. The governors are the biggest thieves ever. So the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has charged former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello with an 80 billion naira fraud allegation. The anti-graft agency slammed the former governor with the charges and dragged him to court just a few days after he handed over power on January 27, 2024, Nigeria News reports. So it is understood that the allegation of the corruption for which Bello was dragged to court is not a fresh one, but the EFCC simply amended the existing charges in which his nephew and an associate were accused of diverting Kogi state funds, and added the former governor as a co-defendant with some few additional counts. So Bello, in the amended case, was accused of converting the total sum of 80.2 billion naira belonging to the Kogi state government to personal use, and alleged co-conspirator Abdulsalami Hod, Kogi state government house Kasha, was described as being at large. The other two are his co-defendants, Ali Bello and Dauda Suleiman. However, reacting to the development, the Kogi State Commissioner for Information, Kingsley Fánwọ, in a statement yesterday, condemned the EFCC's action against the former governor, because they are all the same now. So he added that the EFCC, in its desperation, described Bello as at large, which is totally wrong, as it gave the impression the former governor was evading arrest or could not be found. Fánwọ said the allegation of the EFCC against Bello is ridiculous, laughable, and portrays the EFCC as an agency infested with persons whose intentions disagree with the noble intention of Mr. President to defeat corruption in Nigeria. Can you imagine? So being at large, of course, means that a person is evading arrest or is on the run and cannot be found after an attempt to arrest, the statement stated. So in the EFCC's desperation to nail His Excellency Yahaya Bello, they forgot their thinking hammer at home. That is English that you are speaking of. So now they are trying to accuse EFCC of doing their job. That is what I say here. But EFCC already know what they're doing. So I'm sure they must have made an attempt and it's not working, because the man has the money, has the power, and probably retains some thugs to protect him. But I know that since court has demanded the appearance of the former governor, he will appear. And from there, I know that a lot of more issues will come up around him, because by tracing that fund, they are probably going to see more that have been diverted into personal use from the Kogi State account. Okay, so whether they like it or not, Yahaya Bello is already in EFCC nets. There's no way to explain it more than that. Some say, why won't the President Commissioner for Information defend him? They are all partners in crime. In fact, we should expect more of his bootlickers to defend him. 80 billion naira, one man. May God have mercy on this country. Exactly. All the money that are stealing is billion. There's no million, no. Billion. Hard this Kana is 30 million. And that is just a chicken change. All the money they invested in Nigerian air that never worked, we don't know where that money is. So nothing will come out from this case, Abi, because Yahaya Bello is the last child or the baby child of APC government. So let him come out from his hiding place. After all is well with all he is a white lion. AK-47 Yahaya Bello, it's your turn to one has monopoly of the. It's your turn, okay? No one has monopoly of the day, because you never knew what tomorrow will be. such a big thief, all of them. This is just the beginning for him. Exactly, big thief. All the ex-governors, all the Nigerian politicians are big thieves. Very shameful to this type of leaders that we are having. Nigeria and its democracy or democracy. Yahaya Bello didn't pay my sister her 8-month salary before she's sick and die. He will not end well by the grace of God Almighty. We are watching and looking at ego. Exactly. Efcc is the ego eye. Yahaya Bello is a criminal shielded by APC. Mr. President has to let that fraudster face the consequences of his actions. He is a proper thief. He owes civil servant unpaid salaries arrears, as well as the retirees, including local government employees. Can you imagine? This Féràùð should be investigated. He is likely to be an accomplice. Okay, was he the only commissioner under Yahaya that makes him aggressive in his defense of corruption, so glaring to the whole nation? Only a fool, an idiot, will be defending that thief, former governor. It is very clear, even to the dead, that Yahaya Bello, okay, that man, Yahaya Bello, stole Kogi State dead. Oh boy, that was small allegation. Oh. If his paymaster is not on the run or evading arrest, then he should submit himself to Efcc and clean his name if he can, and stop disgracing the public attention from the stealing of your principals, which some of you, the commissioners, were masterminders. Of course, the commissioners must have helped in the looting. That is the truth. They are always part of the looting, because just like the presidency will invite people of his type to be members of his cabinet and his ministers, same way governor will call people of his type to be his commissioners. So they are all the same thing. And the Captain General of the state or wherever they call them, all of them are the thieves, I'm telling you. So they should get them. The head of civil service commission in the state is also part of all of this, because actually the civil servants in power or in position that the ones helping politicians to perfect fraudulent acts. So government should know this. Unfortunately, who is clean among them from head to toe? Who is clean among them? It's a big one. I'm telling you, it's a big issue. Who is clean among them? Who is clean among them? That is a big question. So the question now is both the people arresting and the people being arrested. Only God knows who is clean among them. But the truth is that the politicians in Nigeria, they are the reason Nigerians are suffering.